always said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Vols ready to get this thing started and open the season. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for room. It's Booker. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. You've got a very low number beside your name. You're going to get everybody's best shot, and that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now,
wide open, he makes the catch. Breaks free. Touchdown, Penn State! He got a step and just dusted the field.
A lot of offensive coordinators script their first 18 to 15 plays. Who needs it? Forget that. Just come out and score right away. First possession, you put points on the board. You create some momentum for this offense and for this season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Running behind that left side. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
The throw. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on second down. Making side adjustments here. To the air on second down. He's got him this time. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
And the Vols are facing 3rd and inches. And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. give to the running back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Turning it on! The 20! And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tennessee!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. Oh, better look out! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Man, they have got a weapon in this offense right there at running back. This dude is tremendous. You think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos, Saquon Barkley, time and time again. Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way to slow him down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Penn State.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. See some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. He now has 72 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. The Volunteers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
The Vols line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator because on 3rd down, you throw a bunch of wide receivers out there. Everybody on defense thinks you're going to be throwing the football. Instead, you hand it off to your running back, and he shows great vision. He knows where the sticks are, picks up the first down, and this offense, they've got some momentum going now.
And the Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Throwing on the run. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
With the catch, it's Cavazos. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Firing deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's complete to the right. Across the 25, he's got room. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, not every explosive play in the passing game needs to be a 70-yard bomb down the field. If you find your running back in the progression, you just get it to him quickly. He's one of the most dangerous guys on the field with the ball in his hands, and he showed you that. Great vision, great speed, phenomenal job after the catch, and it's a big play for the offense in the passing game.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Motion from the wideout. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Tennessee.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown ball!
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. TCU is running away with this one thanks to an offense that hasn't been stopped since that group stepped off the bus. They're up 14 over Texas A&M. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Yeah, how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. And they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He's got it. That's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll try it over the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start. And I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Firing to the right, complete. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Volunteer. And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. If you turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute. You've got to lock in.
The Nittany Lions have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll give it to the back. Running to Green. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. He's up to 55 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's the handoff. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and kneeling on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And I don't think he got it. The defense stands tall on 3rd and inches.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in Red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
And the Nittany Lions have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Nittany Lions will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State! Boy, we've got offenses just flat getting it done. I wonder how the defenses are going to counter all of this firepower.
They are too, Reese. They're wondering how they're going to counter this. Offenses, you've seen the explosion. It's so hard, so much speed, and such effort like that. Offenses just, they got the upper hand.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he picks up what he can before stepping out of bounds at the end of the return. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out. And that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse? And do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
He fires one deep down the right side. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the Volunteers will try to move the sticks on 4th down. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds his man. It's Booker. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State.
By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of...
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signal for the 2-minute timeout. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They go to the ground. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Vols in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Scrambling away. Connection to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And the Vols with the 1st and 10. Using the quick game. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Going deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And these balls thrown way down the field. This is a lot of times where you see those pass interference or receivers adjusting the ball and DBs not. This time you could tell the defender did a great job understanding where the ball was going, got his hand on it, made sure the receiver couldn't make the throw.
Might be calling a hot route. Just keep slinging it. He'll pull it down.
How nice is it as a play caller on a critical 3rd down in a pretty obvious passing situation when you've got a guy like this that can just take off and go get you the first down, right? There's no panic. Nothing's open downfield. Great job in coverage, but that's not a problem, because I just know it's like backyard football again. Growing up as a kid, he just takes off. He's a better athlete than anybody you've got, and he gets the first down.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Using his feet to buy time. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Oh, he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Lets it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. He's at the 30. At the 20. They finally made the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half.
And he murders into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Man, if he doesn't drop it, there's 2 picks and 2 consecutive drives. He was in great position to make another play, just couldn't secure the catch.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Makes the grab, it's high. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Neyland Stadium, alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
On 4th down, going to the air. Puts it out of the air. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pressure coming. He'll take a shot. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Takes it the other way. Nice pickup, gets it to the 20. They move the sticks, and they can still stop the clock.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
It's so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on first down, but the defense was ready. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back has it. Got room to work. He's out past the 35. Turning it on. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown ball.
And that is going to leave the head coach scratching his head. The final play of the first half, your opponent runs the ball, and you can't tackle him and get him down with all those bodies back playing prevent. That is a terrible job of defense, and to add insult to injury, you've now given up the lead.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Got it in the middle. It's Vaughn. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Volunteers decide to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coach.
He's loose. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Penn State!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, that's just great awareness by the defense, locating the quarterback and knowing they can't get to him. They can't get the sack. Someone's got to get their hand in the air and knock it away.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. Complete to the right. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Got out of trouble and throws. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Works the middle. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. To the air on first down. Working that left side now. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Right on the money. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, that's a great job working through his progression. The first guy he wanted to throw to wasn't open. He was able to kind of get through it. And lo and behold, there's a guy wide open. Nobody near him. It's a big play for the offense.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Quarterback adapting. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Lost to throw again. Using his legs to buy some time. He caught it. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They take the lead with the 6.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Vaughn. If he was gambling on that return, it did not pay off. He's out of bounds at his own 6. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Makes the catch. It's Vaughn. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down the field. Just so hard to stop as opposed to a guy that just stands in the pocket. And
oh, he's got some space. The 40. Past the 30. Inside the touchdown volunteer. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
he is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Defense in press coverage. He's in open space downfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Snap it to the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Finds his man. It's Booker. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the 1st down. The only option, check it to the running back, and now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They'll crank up this drive with a pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. He's got an open man. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down, and the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing, because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
Direct snap. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! And they've moved out front here on the 4th.
3rd and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the up. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Tennessee. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Extra point here will tie the game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
And the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
I don't know about the play call there, guys. 3rd down, they're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, seeing if this guy can do something once he has it in his hands, but a better job of pursuit and tackling defensively, now setting up 4th.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on fourth down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical fourth down and execute.
The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go with a direct snap. Plows through the defense. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They get to him as he throws. Grabbed over the middle. It's Simon. He'll work his way down to the 28. And the Nittany Lions are flying down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle with Simon. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This offense will find different ways to get their backs involved. It's not just tailbacks, but how about the fullback there? He makes a catch just for a few yards to help keep this drive going.
Second down coming up. Looking to fire. Fakes to grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
And he is stuffed. And I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it, the only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped him for a big loss.
They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting the fourth quarter, one-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
Run it with the fullback. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Now second and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. And this defense does it again. Back-to-back plays for nothing. It'll be third down. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. They want to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Simon. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They move on top here in the fourth.
Love the play call, love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He'll take it himself.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The run from the shotgun. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Snap it to the back. Got a little space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. It's complete to the left. Breaks into the open. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Here he goes breaking the pocket. On the move at the 30. What a way to pick up the first down. Get out of bounds. Stop the clock when you need to get into scoring position.
Late in the game, a lot about execution, right? The quarterback has to understand situational awareness, has to understand it. First of all, he does a great job of scrambling, but then the understanding part we're talking about clicks in. Does a great job getting the first down and getting out of bounds.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I think that call will leave people scratching their head. You know, you're down a possession. You got to go make something happen. The clock is ticking. Like, we got to take some shots down the field, or we got to get our butts out of bounds after we make those catches.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7.
And you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Gets it out fast. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points. And this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. Into the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown, and we might just have overtime on our hands.
And listen to the crowd. They're going absolutely nuts. If they get the extra point, they tie this thing. In all likelihood, it's going to overtime, and they've got the home field crowd behind them. What a huge advantage in this moment.
A gutsy call to go for the deuce to try to win the game right here.
Black 24. Black 24. Here we go.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's incomplete, and the try for 2 and the attempt to take the lead does not work in the final seconds. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Wants to throw on first down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game.